Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Chevalier, where we are here to help men and women find happy, healthy, and long-term relationships. And like always, it doesn't matter whether you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, South American, or even the penguins in Antarctica. Because at the end of the day, I think it's pretty fair to say that everybody wants a relationship. I know I used to say most people want a relationship, but everybody wants a relationship. They just want to call it something different. They want to call it friends with benefits, situationships, sneaky links. We just friends, but everybody wants a relationship. And the cornerstone of any healthy relationship is communication. And that's why I felt it necessary to do a part two to about ghosting, because I always learned in life, especially as an effective manager for a Fortune 500 company, that the effectiveness of success is being proactive instead of being reactive. Proactive is, hey, let me get ahead of an issue before it even starts. Reactive is, hey, I got an issue, now I got to put the fire out. So in dating is very similar. Before you have issues with someone in dating, it makes sense to get ahead of the issue by stating your intentions up front. There's no need to ghost anybody if you tell them up front on day one what you're looking for. And I always tell people the definition of dating is literally interviewing another person or getting to know another person romantically for the possibility of a relationship. So in other words, if you're talking to someone and they do not want a relationship, they are not dating. They are either taking advantage of you, they're wasting your time, they have ulterior motives, or sadly and unfortunately, they're just trying to use you in a manner that's going to only be advantageous to them. If someone is not dating for the purpose of a relationship, they are not dating. It's not dating, it's something else. But I always tell people up front, if you're not dating someone who has the intentions of a relationship exclusively with you and you only, do not waste your time to even talk to that person. Because so often you hear people say, oh, I want to get to know you first, I don't want to rush anything. Ask them out too. Because it's the same thing. It's just another way of saying, hey, I want to take advantage or use you just long enough for me to get what I would need to get, and then I'm gone. If you're talking to someone who's not equally willing to invest in a relationship as much as you are, then it's not a situation that's going to benefit anybody. That's why I always tell people to avoid ghosting on day one. Both people need to just be honest and put out there what they're looking for. If neither of you are looking for a relationship, then you got something different. If you both are looking for a relationship, men, be bold to say what it is that you want. Ladies, be bold enough to say what it is you want, and maybe you'll come to a consensus. Maybe you'll come to an agreement. Maybe you'll come to a compromise. But when everybody is honest on the first day to decide to get to know someone, then I think it becomes easier to build a foundation. Because the foundation is communication. But the first level, we all know, is between being romantically intimate and a man's money. And anybody that says anything different, they're either being disingenuous or they're not being honest. Men date women for the opportunity to share a romantic experience with. A lot of women, some women, I ain't gonna say all women, because that would be incorrect, but a lot of women date men for the financial and other resources to give themselves a more comfortable and easier life, which is normal, been going on for thousands of years. But in the midst of that becomes an emotional aspect that builds relationships. Be honest with each other from day one and you can avoid ghosting. Treat people the way you want people to treat you. But most importantly, if you're no longer interested in someone, be adult enough to tell them. Treat people the way you want people to treat you. Send them a text message explaining why you're no longer interested. Tell them on the phone. Tell them in person. But give each other the courtesy, because so often men and women fight about how they are being treated, but you never hear a lot of men and women talk about how they're treating each other. Treat people the way you want to be treated, and finding a happy and healthy relationship will be one of the better and most easiest things you've ever done in your life. Treat each other good. Till next time, peace. We are gone.